Alright, so guys, I'm going to go ahead and start tightening things down and getting this thing ready as I drink a nice cold Keystone. I'm going to go ahead and start tightening these AN fittings down so I can go ahead and remove my old power steering tank from Powerhouse Racing, which kind of sucks because I just flushed it all, although I do have another brand new bottle up there. I really don't feel like taking everything back off to redo it, but I have a new shiny toy, and it's kind of, I'm like a little kid that like I have to put it on now. Like I can't let it go. Plus, it just matches the engine bay so much better. I love the top that it has a black top on it now. I just think it looks pretty. I know, I'm stupid, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this on here and tighten these down. This is a -6 fitting on the side for the feed line, and the return line, well, I guess this would be the feed line technically to the pump. This would be the return line to the canister. This is a -10 and this is a -6, so I have my AN wrenches here, which I have this adjustable one, which I'll have to use for this -6 over here. And then I believe this -10 should fit on this. We'll see. Yep, fits on. And the -6 that I have here does not fit on this -6 here. I don't know why, but it doesn't. So go ahead and tighten these down real quick and should be good to go. Okay, sweet. Got everything tightened down. You can see all my fingerprints all over it, so I'll probably have to wipe this down before I install it. Do a little side-by-side comparison here, so you can see this actually looks like it's bigger, but it's not. If you can see down here, this actually like starts with a small cap and kind of next to bigger size. This is just one fluent size because this is one, well, it's a billet piece. This is machined from one solid piece of aluminum. If I could fully show you guys the inside, you would be able to tell that, but to be honest, I just don't feel like taking it apart. So I just think this will look better. Yes, it is not polished, but this will be much easier to take care of. So get this on the car now, and means I got to jack it back up and drain all the fluid out again and put new power steering fluid in it, which is so much fun. Alright guys, so remember how like last week I had like flushed the whole entire system and did everything? So now I'm going to go ahead and redo it again because I'm going to go ahead and install my new Powerhouse Racing reservoir tank and replace the old one. So kind of have to do it all again. Not as much, I don't have to really crank on the car or anything because I flushed the system. I'm just going to drain out the fluid that's in it, put the new tank on, bolt everything down, and I should be good to go. I know it's going to be kind of messy because I hate power steering fluid with a passion. So got to do this real quick, and it shouldn't be too hard, but I want to kind of give you guys a step-by-step how to go through this and what to do. So first off, guys, you have to take off the driver's side wheel. I have to use a lug key to get mine off. Once you get that off, there's a line behind here, which I'll show you. If you saw the last video, you saw most of that. If you have a Powerhouse Racing tank, there is a -6 line for a return line and a -10 at the bottom of it for a feed line. If you have AN wrenches, it helps, or you can use a normal adjustable wrench, but that will most likely damage the aluminum AN fitting, so I recommend you getting an adjustable or fixed style AN wrench for these so you don't damage the nice coating on them. Alright guys, so if you can see here, we have to remove this line that goes into the power steering rack itself. I'm going to use this bucket here to drain it down into. I just have this little worm clamp on it. Once I take that off, fluid will come out immediately, guys, so just an FYI, as soon as you do this, fluid will start pouring out. So make sure you have something underneath of it and don't take any chances. Alright guys, so I'm draining out the fluid right now. The last bit of it is dripping out, if you guys can see here. The last bit's dripping out. See what we got inside the tank here. I'm going to have to probably turn the car on and shoot some of this out so it drains completely so I don't have to deal with it. It's past that point. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm going to try and loosen it up here and see if I can just lift it up high enough and see if it'll drain that way. I doubt it, but it's worth a shot. Alright guys, so what I did next here was I attached another hose that comes from the actual steering rack itself into this bucket because there's still fluid in the bottom of this. I want to drain it all out. But whatever I can get out of it, I think there's just a little bit left. I might not even need to do that. Maybe I don't need to do this. I'm going to try pulling this out now and loosening everything up. Alright guys, so Tony's holding it up right now. Here's the old canister. I want to put it side by side, see if there's any difference at all. And no, they line up perfectly. Yep, they're the same height and stuff. So I just wanted to make sure there's no difference between the two. But as you can see, this is more of a basic design, but it's also completely machined, or this is welded. And nothing wrong with the welds on it, but this just bolts up perfectly, and this will be easier. So now I just got to remove the -10 on the bottom. Tony's going to hold it up so no fluid comes out. I'm going to screw it down tight on this, and then put the feet on, and we'll be good to go. Look how cute Tony looks today, by the way. Look at his, just look at it, though.
Got my eyebrows done.
He got his eyebrows done, and his wife took care of him, and we got a tiny dog beside us that's just bugging the hell out of us. Raven, you being a good girl? Hmm? She's like, yes, I'm being very good.
Where's your Kong?
Where's your Kong at? You look like a fucking Ewok. Alright guys, so one thing we had to do was remove the battery to tighten down this bottom dash 10 here. We kept trying to pull it up and tighten it ahead of time, but it was just a pain. So we decided it's just much easier just to remove the battery and tighten it down from the bottom. And now it's completely on there and it has no wiggle room. So now it's good to go. It does look a little bit better. I do like having a black top on it now, and it's completely serviceable. So yeah, so everything's on, and now it is on to putting on the feed line and putting some fluid through it.
It's as beautiful as me.
Let's not push it now. Oh. All right, Tony and I just got fluid in the system now. Let it run through. It should be good to go. Now I'm going to put on this, as I call it, the caged cap with a spring, which holds in the filter. If I haven't mentioned before, the Powerhouse Racing setup here for the power steering reservoir has a built-in filter to it. That filter is not built into the stock unit, and it has saved me one time now already from killing the actual pump itself. I had so much debris, it actually made the stainless steel filter inside black, so this helps a ton. People probably think it's not necessary, but there is some oversight from the factory. I mean, people make mistakes and don't realize things, and yeah, Powerhouse Racing rectified that issue and made things a little bit better. So now I just put that cap on. Plus, I like the new cap over my old setup. So, plus, black everything, right? I love the whole black setup, right? Mm-hmm. And then we got Tony's 240 just chilling out here looking all sweet, and I'll show you guys that in a skinny minute. But that is the power steering tank setup. I can put this back on now. I was trying to get stuff easier. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. It's very basic. There's only 10mm bolts that hold it on. There's one at the bottom there and one at the top you can see right here. It's a very basic setup and it works very easily. Plenty of room here. Now, even with my tile blow-off valve motor to the side, you can see I have plenty of room. And this is actually set up so you can run a hyper-tune intake manifold and it will not hit. It gives you plenty of room and no issues. Well guys, I hope that video was helpful. I'm opening up the garage door right now. I'm gonna push the car outside, or I guess turn it on and drive it. I hate turning the car on any time before even like 10 o'clock because the car's loud as shit, and I try to be respectful to my neighbors when I can, even though it's very hard to do so. Want to try and drive the car, make sure that I do have the power steering fluid set up correctly, and it should be good to go. I just flushed it once before and everything was right that I did, so I'm hoping that I did everything right once again, and I should be good to go. I hope this video is helpful for y'all. Kind of explains how the Powerhouse Racing steering tank works. Like I said, it is different from the stock unit, so it does use AN fittings, etc. God, Ryan, you can't get with it today. I do have the other one still, so that's going to be for sale. I'd like to get 150 or best offer. It's $250 brand new, so there's nothing wrong with it. I just have a new one now, so it's typical you end up losing money. So now I'm down $100, but it is what it is. So here's the tank, guys. It has right in the top etched into it. Powerhouse Racing has a nice knurled edge to it. O-ring built in. There is a filter inside of this. Dash 10 on the bottom, dash 6 feet on the side, all welded in. This thing will not leak. I mean, I'd had this on for 10,000 miles, no issues. Fully polished, which is really nice. I think Brad Harmer actually welded this back in the day, who's a pretty well-known welder. Actually, I think he works for Dedicated Motorsports now. So, very nice piece. If anyone would like this or would want it, hit me up. Like I said, 150 or best offer, guys. Let me know what you think, and yeah, shoot me a message. Well, I just realized it is freezing out here in Pennsylvania. It's mid-May. And it is cold as balls, so that top is definitely going back on. I had no idea it was so cold outside. I wanted to get it out with the top off so you can kind of see the interior a little bit better, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I'm going to go throw this thing back on real quick and then go take it for a drive. I kind of want to take my wife for a drive and get a little bit of a reaction video out of her sometime today too. So I'll give you guys an update in the board too. This is what I have left. I'm still working out the leak situation. That's going to be an ongoing battle. I don't see anything on the floor or anything right now. I don't see anything coming down, but I'm going to keep getting around checking it. I did have a small trans leak. It was actually coming from the last owner had actually put a small, I want to say a breather on top of it, or a release valve, and I think I had overfilled the trans and it was bubbling and going out the top, so I took out some of the fluid and now that is fixed. That hasn't been an issue since, so I can go ahead and remove that real quickly. That's good. I do have coil packs on the way. I got them for $60 each from Rock Auto. They are true Denso coil packs. They just don't have Toyota stamped on the side. So anyone out there that's not willing to pay the $110 from Toyota, you can actually get the exact coil packs. It just will not have Toyota on the side. It says Denso and it comes directly from them. Steering shake, ever since I flushed the power steering and did everything, it's been much better and feels a lot better. So I'm not sure if that was actually part of the problem or not. I'm going to keep driving in here. When I get on the highway sometime soon, if I ever get to doing that, I'll give you guys an update and let you know. It's still probably going to wait off a little bit on this to recirculate the catch can. I'm trying to conserve money a little bit here, and I still do have to do the driver's seat mod where the seats tends to go back and forth a little bit on me. There's a plastic piece in there that I need to buy. I think there's a couple Toyotas that actually use it. There's a website that I think they sell it for the 4Runner, and it works for our seat also. So I need to order that part and get that installed. I am told it is very time consuming, and I'm told it's very finicky, so you have to do it right or you can really screw things up. So I'm hoping to be as detailed as possible with this, and then makes it easier for everyone else to do. Alright guys, so I'm going to go take the car out for a drive here. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day on this nice Sunday off. I have friends having a baby gender reveal today. They're doing something pretty cool, so I don't think I'm going to record that just because it's their thing, their privacy. I don't really want to intrude on their life, so I won't get anything for that, but it's actually going to be a pretty neat little party. But thank you guys very much as usual. Enjoy all the videos I put out. Go check them out, share them away. I mean, I hope people actually enjoy this content, and yeah. Check out my Facebook, check out my Instagram. It's all linked down in the description. I'm always posting stuff way ahead of time, so go check it out and let me know what you think. Talk to you later, guys. Peace!